arehosem breaking news aye de ba ne se Konadu Ajiman Rawlings former president the late J.J. Rawlings John Jerry John Rawlings Zenator ye momo shedding Zenator Rawlings ne maame a yefre no Konadu Ajiman Rawlings breaking news ababeto dwa from GTV. That's a credible source. GTV, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, says Konadu Ajiman Rawlings. Why in media? Busha enkuti a report. Ni previous enkoma odi ya de beso mo nyame sure ni shedumedi.
I was personally billed to engage her this morning for an interview, a reflective one looking back 30 years since the 4th World Conference on Women Empowerment in 1995 held in Beijing. Just before we could set up, we're asked to hold on. And so we waited to understand or hear what follows. It wasn't to be, and she didn't hold on. We needed to understand what her motivation was to founding the 31st December Women's Movement, and why she took to supporting and empowering women about almost all her life in public circles. But that we didn't get. It's with a very heavy heart to inform you. Some of us millennials grew up only knowing one, and just the one, Nana Konadu Ajiman Rawlings. We're terribly sorry to inform you. Nana Konadu Ajiman Rawlings shot to public limelight in the late 1980s. And from the day she broke onto our screens, from the days of the revolution, she stayed with us, transitioning from being the mother of her children to being the mother of the nation. She'll be remembered for her advocacy and activism in elevating women and projecting the needs of women. She stood up for women empowerment, such that she connected Ghana's advocacy for gender equality to the global stage. And this she did with her all. As part of her activism for the rights of women, she founded over 1,800 daycare centers across the country. Not only that, she facilitated the setting up of rural women from small-scale industries to mid-term or medium-term industries. Nana Konadu Ajiman Rawlings lived for Ghana. She indeed elevated women. It didn't happen behind closed doors. It happened, and the nation bears witness. We will surely come your way with some more details as the family currently gathers together. Thank you very much.
Of Ghana. She also established the 31st December Women's Movement, an organization dedicated to promoting women's empowerment and gender equality in Ghana. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings has been actively involved in various social and political causes, advocating for women's rights, health care, and education. She continues to be a prominent figure in Ghanaian politics and activism. On this day, Documenting Ghana celebrates Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings is a Ghanaian politician, women's rights advocate, and former First Lady of Ghana. She also a prominent figure in Ghanaian politics and activism. On this day, Documenting Ghana celebrates Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. Agyeman-Rawlings. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings is a Ghanaian politician, women's rights advocate, and former First Lady of Ghana. She also established the 31st December Women's Movement, an organization dedicated to promoting women's empowerment and gender equality in Ghana.
Much for joining us. I told you it's going to be exciting. A day after Ghana's 62nd independence anniversary celebrations. The guest who we have here, a woman who is well sought after all over the world. In Ghana, she's an epitome of excellence and dedication and development, and she has a warmth and depth that you would want to know about. She has a new book out called It Takes a Woman. A question on my mind, it takes a woman to do what? We'll be asking her. She's a former First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, and she's Her Excellency, Dr. Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. She's my guest this morning. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Looking fabulous, as always.
Oh, thank you.
As always.
You can leave out the doc. You can just call me Nana.
Yes, madam. I'll call you. No, can I call you Nana?
Nah.
How are you these days?
Generally, I'm okay, but I think the weather has been a bit unstable for me. And asthmatics suffer at this time, so it hasn't been the best. Yeah, that's why I didn't go to Tamale yesterday.
I see. Okay.
I was really suffering.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
from the asthma.
Your signature hair gown or hair duku, I think.
As somebody
where
said,
did you
Arafat's duku.
Where did you pick it from?
Well, I kind of decided that I wanted to start wrapping my hair based on the fact that sometimes you go out and the wind is blowing and your hair is all over the place.
Okay.
So that was a practical thing I wanted to do.
Right.
I did it once and I looked in the mirror. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. But I wanted a particular style.
Okay.
So I asked Mrs. Sankara, how do I do this so that it sits well on my head? Because I don't want to be, struggling with it all the time.
Right.
And she said, I'll show you one style that will always sit on your head.
I see.
So she showed me the style, and I've kind of improvised it a bit.
Ah, okay.
So it used to have a tail at the end. I didn't want a tail.
I see. Interesting. Your new book, congratulations, I must say. I've read the book. It's exciting. Even it's an easy read, but it has a lot of information. You should go out there and grab your copy. It Takes a Woman. So the title of the book, It Takes a Woman, talks about your connection to the Asante leadership, the Queen Mother, and all of that, how they have shaped their sons to govern and rule and all of that. How is that? Maybe you'd want to throw a bit of more light on that for us.
Yeah. The title itself is a bit, you look at it and I'm at the back there, and you think I'm just going to talk about myself.
Right.
But the title is really to show that it really does take a woman to get things going. whether it's in the home, whether it's in the school. If you have more women in your factory, trust me, your factory will do better. If you give women the strength, they will work better. But to throw it back to what you said, in the Ashanti system, the woman is key. Yeah. So if you go to the, that's why it's matrilineal actually. So if you go to the kingdom or the chieftaincy institution, you will find that the strength of the woman sort of directs everything. So the queen mother is has all the strength, not just strength, but the capacity and capability to be the custodian of tradition. She knows who should do what should happen when. So she kind of directs, but she always takes a kind of a step back. She doesn't throw it in their faces. So even though the king himself is so powerful, it takes a woman to nurture him and put him there. You know, so I'm kind of playing around with this, but at the same time, in every home, it takes a woman for the home to be a disciplined home. Was
that the case in your situation?
It was the case. It was the case.
So President Rawlings, for example, if he had a major decision to take, that would impact on the life of the people, you know, forever. I mean, most of his projects are out there. You had to guide him.
I thought you meant home as home.
Home, yes. Home as home. Because when he appears, like Mr. Bembrako said, you went out to dance and all of that. I'm sure you'd have influenced, pushed him a bit and said,
no, if he asks my opinion on something, I will freely give it. If he doesn't ask my opinion on it, and maybe I hear it and I have an opinion on it, that I think may help in some way, I'll give it. It's up to him to take it or not. But I thought you were talking about the home itself.
The home itself. The home itself, raising your children, what to put where, how to manage what. That was your turf. That was your corner.
That was my corner. But if he asks my opinion on issues, I'll give it. Because I think that it is right so to do.
Yesterday was Ghana's 62nd birthday. You were missing for good reason. But a lot of people, young people hear about 1957 and they're thinking, what really happened during that time? You lived through the period.
I did.
What do you remember?
I think it was a very joyous time. I didn't understand it too much, you know. All I knew was that the Governor General would be leaving. And President Akroma, who was then Prime Minister, was going to take over. And that...
sorry about that.
I'm sorry about my... things are going to get better for us as a nation. And we're not going to be exploited anymore. It was a happy time on that day, maybe a day before and into that day, and maybe a day or two after. It was as if the whole country was on holiday. You know, merrymaking, fireworks, 3 nights of fireworks. I mean, which was happening around the Turf Club at the time. And we lived just behind the Turf Club, so it was easy to see all the fireworks. And the bust of Akroma was made, and it was, you know, with the Queen's bust in fireworks. And it was amazing. So, yes, it was an interesting time, and you live it and hope that indeed all that we were being told would be the, you know, for the future.
What was growing up around that time when colonialism was in disequilibrium and the struggle for independence had taken center stage? It was forceful at the time. What was growing up as a child like?
I didn't feel it. You know, even though one of my uncles was working directly with Dr. Akroma, I didn't feel it as one going out and one coming in. But sometimes, you know, you have leaflets being thrown from a plane, and people within the household will say, oh, these are leaflets from Dr. Akroma. It didn't make too much sense, but we believed it. And usually it was to say how, it was to talk about cleanliness, or to talk about not wasting water and stuff like that. But all in leaflets, you know, it sort of
was just there like that. Interesting.
So I wasn't in the midst of the activity towards independence. Right. It was just the days of 2 days before, maybe 2 days after, and the radio stations, the radio itself, it was just the box radio, by the way. The radios were, but they were very crisp, extremely, very clear. And the news readers, the excitement in their voices and all that, these are things you can pick up.
Right. Yeah. I'm looking at page 80 of 280 of the book, for the title, the chapter titled Hope Rising. And it says, our mothers, like many Ghanaians, saw the filth and hated it, lived in the crumbling economy and were shaken by it, yet only hoped that someone or something would someday change it for the better. I want to connect this to 1957. When independence was declared, Ghana was touted as the beacon of hope.
It was.
Then by 1966, we had seen rubbish lined up across the streets, flowing along with the water and getting into the sea and all of that. How did we drop or sink so low from the beacon of hope to being flat on our backs?
I think that we can take it from 66 into, you know, the heaps of garbage that we used to see, like mountains, up to 1982. It was just growing and getting worse. I can only say that it was a very sad moment for some of us. Because I lived in rage. I saw what it was like. I saw how, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but when somebody is given a responsibility, they do it and do it well. Where the person in charge of parks and gardens can come and measure your hedge and tell you that the hedge is too high.
They used to do that?
Yes, and you trim it, you actually shape it the way they want it. So everything was immaculate. Nobody was allowed to build walls. You needed to have a hedge. And of course it flowered and, you know, things were nicer then. It was only after 1966 that people started building walls. I don't know why. But we started building walls, and then now the wall is the thing. I mean, you hardly find anybody with a hedge for the sake of a hedge.